At this time, you may be seated, and as you are being seated, I would love for all the children to join me in the front of the church. I'd also like for Reverend Charles and Reverend Frank to join me up here because I want to tell y'all a story, and it's so important. I want them to hear the story too. Y'all want to come around in front? All right. So, does anybody know what today is? What's today?
Thursday?
Almost. Anybody know what today is? Wednesday? Sunday. Today is Sunday. Does anybody know what's special about Sunday?
It's church.
It's church. Yes, it's my favorite day of the week because we get to come together and to tell Jesus about how much we love him. Is that a good day?
Yeah.
Is that a good day? Yes? Okay, well, do you remember a couple of weeks ago, Reverend Charles told you about the letter L, and that stood for love? You remember that?
I spell love.
You do? How do you spell love?
L-O-V-E.
Love. Very good. Everybody, very good? Yeah. And last week, we talked about the letter A, which stands for accept. Anybody know what accept means? Anybody know that? You know what accept means, Kason? It's right, yeah, to say what? You accept, yes. Yeah, we talked about accepting God's plan for our lives. So today we're going to talk about the letter U. And the letter U stands for unite. Can you say that with me? Unite. All right. Does anybody know what unite means? That's kind of a big adult word, isn't it? Yeah? Okay. Well, unite means that we come together and we agree on something. You know what agree means? Yeah, it means that we can all say yes to something, right?
Yes.
Yes. So today we're talking about uniting with God and our community. Do you know, can you think of ways that you can unite with God? How do we unite with God? How do we show God that we're on God's team? Anybody know? Maybe sometimes we come to church. Sometimes we do what God tells us to do. Do you know what God tells us to do? God tells us to love, right? Right? God tells us to love, and God tells us to accept what God is doing in our lives. Yeah? So today, I want to tell you a story about some people who united with God in their community, okay? I have some friends here, and they're sitting right there. Can you wave your hands, Mr. Jack and Miss Harriet? Those are my friends over there. And they united with God in their community by serving God at Wesley, at Camp Wesley. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Camp Wesley. And here in our UMW, which stands for United Methodist Women. Yeah, those are just women that love God a whole lot. Yeah? Okay. So, Mr. Jack and Miss Harriet hung out with these people at the Wesley Community Centers, and there's this place called Camp Wesley. Have you ever been to camp before? Anybody been to camp? Yeah? Yeah. Camp Holly Hollow? That's a cool camp. Well, I used to love to go to a camp every summer called Camp Wesley, okay? And let me tell you what was so cool about Camp Wesley. Camp Wesley was a special camp for kids who lived in the inner city. They lived like around here and in other places around our city, downtown Atlanta and all around. And they were kids who may not have otherwise been able to go to camp because their parents might not have been able to send them to camp. That's kind of sad, right? So we're glad that these people allowed us to go to camp at this place called Camp Wesley. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, so Mr. Jack and Miss Harriet worked really hard to make sure that all of these kids could go to camp. Yeah, so they could have fun like you have fun every summer. So today, some of their friends came to have a party with us. They came to celebrate how they united with God. And so I want to introduce you to their friends so that all of these people, we can all celebrate together. Okay?
Okay.
Is that all right? All right. So Mr. Ed Watts and Mr. Ira Spence, can you all come forward? And will you bring our friends, Mr. Jack and Miss Harriet and other friends who have come? Miss Virginia, where are you? You're going to come and celebrate with us too. All right. Let's listen to what they have to say. Y'all want to come over here so you can see? You can come over here with me.
Good morning. Dr. Ira Pence and I are here to honor Jack Head for his many years of service to Camp Wesley and Wesley Community Centers. As you all know, Jack was an avid supporter of Camp Wesley and Wesley's Walk for Others. I'm not entirely sure that not every single person in here, Jack put the strong arm on to make contributions. And it must have worked because for several years he got the award for the adult raising the most money. For many years, Jack was the chairman of the camp committee, which was the forerunner of the board of Camp Wesley Incorporated. We had to go through a lot of tough decisions. Jack was the shepherd through that decision, and we agreed to sell the old camp that was near Fairburn, Georgia. And Jack got the resolution before the annual conference and all of that. But the good news is we have bought 334 acres of land in Meriwether County, and we are in the process of reconstituting Camp Wesley there. To honor Jack, and on behalf of the board, we have named one of the lakes on that property Lake Head, and there are signs strategically placed around this lake and where trails will merge so that people, when they come down the trails, will see the Lake Head signs. And on top of each of the signs is a plaque that says, named in honor of Jack Head. We're pleased that we were able to present this honor before the people of the church that he has so graciously served for many years.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this, but I don't deserve it. The church and people like you and Ira Pence are the ones who deserve this.
Jack, you've always been a liar. But for anybody that really deserves something, it's Jack Head.
Thank you so much, Ed. And thank you for the people on the board and the people at Wesley Community Centers. And I will be looking forward to being down there at a camp and when it gets reconstituted. Thank you.
I'd like to recognize Harriet. She's almost Mrs. UMW. She's been president, she's been vice president, she's been secretary, she's been on programs, she's helped arrange programs, she's been to the School of Mission, she's visited the sick and the shut-in, she and Jack together, and they've just done a wonderful job for our UMW. And so we're going to present Harriet with a pin that Jasmine's going to pin on her. And this is just to say thanks. And if you belong to the UMW, stand up quickly so we, as an honor to Harriet. And Harriet we thank you for all your good work.
Thank you.
All right, are you guys ready to go to children's church? I'm excited to hear what you're going to learn in children's church today, okay? I know Miss Mickey and Miss Moody and some others are waiting for y'all. So let's go to children's church, okay? Yay, let's go.